Hey guys, welcome back. I am doing a special video for my buyer clients, but also for anyone who is wanting to know how to apply for the 4% owner occupancy tax rate here in South Carolina. So if you do not know already, and many homeowners don't know, in the state of South Carolina, there are two tax rates. You have 4% and the 6% rate. The 4% is for homeowners that live and reside in their homes. And then the 6% rate are for non-residency owners, meaning that maybe you have a rental or investment property, you don't physically live there. While the 4 to 2% may sound like a small and insignificant amount, it is 3 times the amount if you're paying that 6% tax rate. I've had so many clients that have forgotten to do this, and they get their tax bill and they call us and they're like, oh my gosh, what is going on? Why is my tax bill so high? And it is because they forgot to do this. So I am creating this video for you guys. I'm going to walk you through step by step how to get to the website, how you can apply online. Now, this is specifically for Richland County. Lexington County is not as involved. You can literally go down there, show them your driver's license, and boom, that's it. So it's very simple if you live in Lexington County. However, Richland County makes it a little bit more strenuous to do this. The process is a little bit more involved. So I just wanted to do this for you guys so that you know how to do it and you can get this accomplished, especially if you just bought a home in 2021. You want to make sure that you do this before the bills come out in 2022. And typically the tax bill comes out in October. And your mortgage company is going to pay that tax bill regardless of if you have enough money in your escrow account or not. And so what that means is if you get that 6% tax bill and your mortgage company pays that tax bill and you don't have enough in your escrow account, your monthly mortgage payment is going to go up, or you can send in a lump sum to cover that difference. Now, if you forget to apply and you've already gotten your tax bill and then you try to go back and apply, in some situations, the county may reimburse you. I've seen it happen, but I've also seen where they say, oh no, it's too late. We'll basically give you the credit going forward for the 4%, but in the arrears, you're just gonna have to pay that 6%. So make sure you do it, guys. We remind you at the closing table. And then we try to remind you again, if you did buy after the period of applying, maybe early part of the year. So just make sure if you have any questions around it or need any help, please reach out to us. We have helped clients, whether it's, have them come to our office and we can scan in the documents and upload them for you and help you through the process. And I'm hoping this video will help you to be able to just kind of do it at home and do it yourself. But again, we're always here for you. So if you do need help physically doing it, please call us. We would love to help you get this done because we want you to save as much money as possible. All right, let's get into it. So I'm going to share my screen really quick. And the one thing that I do love about oh, I was already sharing. Okay. So the one thing that I do love about the Richland County website is that you can actually go here. It's pretty self-explanatory. They tell you everything that you need, and it's step by step. So you can't get lost here. Okay. So what you're going to start is richlandcountysc.gov. So you can see that here. Hopefully you can see that because this is in the way. But yes, richlandcounty.gov. And then from there, you will go to online services. And then you are going to go to assessor legal residence application. Okay, one thing to note, guys, is you need to do this on a computer. You could potentially do it on your phone if you're pretty smartphone savvy. but that would take scanning in all your documents on your phone, which you can do. Side note, the Note app, you have a free scanner. If you have an iPhone, you have a free scanner on your phone through the Note app. If you have questions about how to access that, drop comments below and I'll get with you personally. But it is easier to do this on a desktop if you can, unless you're just super technology savvy and can do it on your phone. All right, so we're on richlandcountysc.gov. From there, you're going to go to online services and then click on Assessor Legal Residence Application. Now, before I click on that, one thing I do want to note is that right below is the Homestead Exemption application. And if for my senior clients, you may qualify for the homestead exemption. And so I'll do a separate video for that to talk a little bit more about that, but that could save you even more money on your taxes. You do have to meet certain age requirements, as well as home ownership requirements. But again, we'll do a separate video for you and we can talk more about that. All right, so once you click on the Assessor Legal Residence Application link, it is going to bring you to a secure website. Okay, it is also going to share with you that there are only certain types of internet browser platforms that you can use in order to do this application. Microsoft Edge, Google Chrome, Mozilla, Firefox, and then Safari is not supported. And I think I am actually on Safari. Of course I am. So I am just going to click through and see how far I can get. I'm not going to actually do the application. Again, it's pretty straightforward. So I'm going to get you up to the point where you do the application. And then from there, you should be able to figure it out. But if not, make sure you reach out to us directly or drop comments below and we can help you from there. All right, so got it. Let's get started. What you want to click is legal residence exemption. All right, boom. Here, you're going to get a list of what you need in order to complete this application. So you're going to need your driver's license changed. So once you purchase your home, you really should change your driver's license within 30 to 60 days. It is required by the DMV. If you get pulled over, you may get a ticket from the officer for not having your address updated on your license. So just do it in the first couple of weeks, especially if you move and you have some days off and you're moving. Just take some time early in the morning, go to the DMV, get your license changed. That will also update your motor vehicle registration. So two things knocked out with two birds killed with one stone. So once you have those two things, next is your voter registration. And that actually will be updated through the DMV as well. If you check that little box on the application for your address change at the DMV. So 1 through 3 already completed by just going to the DMV and updating your address. Number 4, your social security cards. I believe they just need this information so that they can prove you are who you say you are. So I would black out your social security number or maybe just leave the last 4 of your social security number showing. No need for you to upload and send your social security card to everyone that works at the Richland County office, right? So next is your tax returns. Again, it tells you to redact the first 2 pages and really just redact most of the information. My understanding, again, is that they just want to prove that you live where you say you live, you're married. If you are married, you're married to who you say you are, and just another proof of information. Now, of course, if you just moved into your house at the beginning of the year or towards the end of the year and you're filing and using the year before tax returns, it's not going to have your most recent address on it, but I would still upload that. The last thing you want is to upload everything else and then they say, oh, you know, we needed your tax returns, you have to redo it all over again. So just send everything on this list, even if the addresses don't coincide with the address that you're trying to get the 4% rate for, just so that you don't have to redo all of this again. And then, of course, additional documents would be your deed or your settlement statement. And more than likely, the best thing to send is your deed. And typically you don't get the deed until 4 to 6 weeks after closing. So you have more than enough time, but again, you want to make sure you get this done way before October, because that's when the bills come out. So if you're closing in the summer, I would say try to do it no later than August, mid-September. If you close the year prior or after October, November, after the bill comes out, then you really have until the next year, until that time, August, September, to get it done. But what I know is a lot of times you can forget these types of things. So it's better to just do it as soon as you have all of the necessary required documents to get this done. All right, so once you make sure you have all of these things listed here, you can go to Got It, Let's Get Started. Of course, you want to enter in all of your information. I am not going to go any further from there, but instructions here is to, of course, enter your address, list of options. Your list of options is going to be, do you live in the property? They're just going to ask you some questions in regards to your residency in the property to make sure that you are applying for the right tax rate. I'm actually going to go ahead and put in an address. This is a home this is actually our old home. So what you can see here is this is our old house. We just recently moved. And so let's see how far I can get. I am on Safari. It did say Safari is not a supported platform, but clearly you can see that I am here. Now, I would still recommend using the platforms that they say they support, only because you would hate to get through this whole form on Safari and then hit submit and it says that, you know, it can't be submitted for whatever reason. So as you can see, once you put your address in, if your deed has already been filed with the county, your information will pre-populate. If your information is not coming up, it's because they haven't gotten the necessary information from the closing attorney. And so you just need to wait a little bit longer. But depending on who you close with, they should get your information over to the county within 6 to 8 weeks. If it's taking longer, just call the attorney office that you close with to make sure that they did get it sent over, and maybe even find out a date that it was sent over. That way, if you need to then call the county and let them know it was sent on this date, they can maybe track and search what's going on with your specific deed and the necessary documents that they need in order to get your information on here so that you can apply for that 4%. So you want to make sure you fill out everything that has an asterisk by it. If you have a different mailing address, of course, you want to check no, so that way your information can be different for your mailing address and you get the documents once they approve you for the 4%. Again, asterisk through everything. You want to make sure you fill this information out properly. And then here, as you scroll, there are the list of documents that you need to submit. And here is where you're going to upload everything. So it is very important that you upload all the documents you need. Again, I cannot stress that if you don't upload everything that they are requiring you to, they will reject your application and then you'll have to start the process all over again. They are very short staffed right now with COVID. So it's best to just get everything to them in the first week instead of having to redo this all over again. It gets frustrating for both sides if they don't have all the necessary information, and then frustrating for you if you have to waste more time to redo this whole application. One thing to note under section 8 here, for active military, you do not have to change your driver's license. You get a little bit of special treatment since you're only stationed here for a few years. So if you're active military, the only thing that you would need to apply for this 4% tax rate is your military identification card, a copy of your current orders. They need to be South Carolina orders, and then a copy of your LES. And again, it tells you you can redact some of that information. It doesn't need to have all your personal information on there. And then it does say military members and their spouse must provide driver's license and vehicle registrations regardless of where licensed or registered. So you just want to make sure you still have those documentations as well, even if they say, you know, Texas or Alaska or Florida, just make sure you still have those documents to send in as well. And again, make sure you have your deed. That is very important. They have a copy of it recorded with the county. However, when you send over this particular application, they don't then go and research the deed and make sure they have it. So just make sure you upload that as well. All right, guys, after that, you're gonna apply an electronic signature. If it's just you doing it, you are fine to just do one signature. If you have listed, you know, you and your spouse here, make sure you have both signatures. Again, would hate for anything to be missing on this application for them to say that it wasn't completed properly and that it needs to be resubmitted. Once you do that, this here says it takes about 20 days to review everything. I've seen it done quicker, but with everything, with being short staffed and COVID, it could take them longer. As long as you have everything submitted, you should be good to go. And then typically what happens is they will mail you a letter in the mail letting you know that you've been approved for the 4% owner occupancy tax rate. I hope this video was helpful to you guys. Again, I created this video because a lot of people had issues with figuring out how to do this, especially since before COVID, you could go down to the actual physical assessor's office and take all these documentations and just boom, get approved right then and there on the spot for the 4%. But now they're doing everything online. So if you need help in any way with making sure you get approved for the 4% rate, please comment below or give us a call. We are here to help. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. That way you are notified every time we post videos like this one. I hope this content was super helpful. If it was, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And thanks for tuning in, guys. Until next time. Bye.